Hi guys, I told you I'd be back on this channel. I know, even I can't believe it. I actually filmed a video directly after the last one and it was so hot. And on Monday I get home from work and I'm super motivated to film some stuff, but I hadn't eaten very much that day. It was very, very hot. Like right now it's very hot. I've just had to change into this from work because it's like major heat wave in the UK. And I watched it back and I'm just like, I'm like jittery and sweaty and a mess. So I'm filming something else today and I'll get back to that later. It was about regrets and stuff, some questions that I've had asked. I may split it up though because it's quite a long one. So today I'm going to talk about my most recent acquisition, not a purchase because it was a gift. For my birthday, which was months ago now, it was in February. For my birthday, my husband bought me this. This is, I requested it, it was a specific request. Was it my birthday? It was my birthday. So I may have mentioned before, I have my birthday, I have my birthday, it's Valentine's Day, my birthday and our anniversary within like a few weeks of each other, but a week between my birthday and our anniversary, like dead on. So it may have been a joint present, I forget. He'd actually bought me something, I felt so guilty. This is gonna sound so horribly ungrateful, but please, let me preface it by saying I have purchased him presents in the past that he has returned. So this is not just me. And he's done it many times to me to the point where I just stopped buying him things. Because even things he'd asked for, he'd get them and then realise he actually didn't want them that much and so he'd return them for the cash. Their cash. I wouldn't have even given him cash. I hate to give people cash. I have to give them an actual present. It's just no fun in cash. Anyway, so I'm just kind of prefacing that so that you don't think I'm a horrible person and I feel better about the whole thing, but I do feel kind of guilty. So he saw that I'd posted something on, I was gonna say on Netflix, on Instagram, about the Outnet sale. This is way back in February. And one of the things that I used as an example of a great deal was this bag. Now you may have seen, it was like a matte leather, neon, corally pink Alexander Wang bag last year before. I think it was the last year. It was amazing. I loved it so much. It had black hardware, absolutely fantastic. In fact, I don't think that I ever showed you it. I really wish that I had. I may have shown it in some kind of haul, but oh, it was such a beauty. The unfortunate thing was that it was a horrible material. It was so attracted to dirt and colour transfer that I didn't even have to wear it with anything. It would be like very washed, light denim jeans, and it would just be like marks. Cotton. It would get the most ugly transfer on it. It was just the hardest bag to have because it was so difficult to keep nice. So eventually I cleaned it all up and I sold it, and I really regret buying it because although it was beautiful and it was really difficult to part with, it just was so impractical. So anyway, one of the bags that I'd used just as a placeholder image on Instagram to say, hey, there's a sale at the Outnet, was this bag. It was exactly the same bag, but it was a beige with a different coloured hardware. He thought he'd hit the jackpot. He was like, brilliant, she wants that, it's in budget, I'll get her that. And he told me, he came home and was like, I've got you something for your birthday, you're gonna love it. I was like, how? Like, I haven't even mentioned anything. And he was so pleased with himself. Anyway, Lee Bingley, he cannot keep a secret, like cannot hold his own water at all. And a couple of days before my birthday, he said something like, so when do you want your bag then? And the penny kind of dropped for me. I realised I had no idea at all what bag it was. And then I realised, oh no, I posted that bag. It's a similar kind of budget. I'll bet he's bought that bag. And then I was wrestling with the idea of like, do I just keep it and never use it because I know it's going to be horrible for colour transfer? Do I tell him? Do I let him give it to me? And then it was awful. And so because I knew what bag it was going to be, I had to tell him before he gave it to me, and I felt awful. And then he showed, it was horrible. It was horrible. But I had to tell him because it was a decent amount of money and I was never going to be able to wear it. So anyway, long story short, I chose a replacement, and the replacement was this. Which some of you will think it's mad because I got a purse instead of a bag, but this is so much different because it's so durable. This is, I think it's called, I want to say it's called a French wallet. I will link it for you below. So this was from Net-a-Porter. It's a YSL, obviously, purse. It's just kind of, is it called a French wallet, a European wallet? I don't know, I can't remember. But it's a little one, but it's so durable. This is like practically plastic. I know it's not, but it practically is. I wore it or had it in my bag for a solid 4 months, I'm going to say, before swapping back out into the Louis Vuitton one that I showed you at the beginning of the year, that one that he bought me last year for my previous birthday. I think it's called the Emily wallet, which is in the damier azur print. So I've swapped that out now, and the only marks on this entire purse are, if you see, I don't know if it's going to focus, let me zoom you right in. Let's see if we can focus on this. Really, ooh, not bad. I'm really testing this new camera. So I don't know if you can tell there, but there are some like stitches that have come. If I show you like that, you can see that one. There's some stitches that have come slightly, like they've snapped, which is not ideal. But all in all, I mean, you wouldn't know that it had been used. It really is very, very hard wearing. I love that it's got this back pocket. I end up keeping everything in it. And then the inside, it looks like this. It just looks very clean, doesn't it? To say that I used it and abused it for a solid 4 months. I definitely am sold on the YSL pebbly leather. Ooh. Twisting you too much there. I now would 100% would look, I know I'm off kilter, aren't I? I would 100% look at the bags that are in this material now, because I'm just completely obsessed with how durable it is. So this is what I got. I haven't got like anything so I can unbox it. It is not new, but I wanted to kind of show it for you and just kind of give you an indication of whether or not, let me take my eyes out of it because I think that's what it looks for. I couldn't focus on the purse as long as my eyes were in the shot. But I think it's a really, really nice purse. I definitely would recommend it. And I now would purchase something else with this material. So just kind of a snappy little review for you and a reveal of my most recent purchase, because one of the things that people asked for in my first video back was a little update on anything that I've purchased recently. That's kind of it, to be honest. I haven't splurged on anything at all this year. There may be a splurge by the end of the year, we'll see, but that's kind of the only thing that I've purchased recently. I feel like I'm owed a little craziness, maybe, we'll see. But I'm in love with this. I'm in love with it. I don't regret swapping the bag, but I do feel like a cold hard bitch for telling him that I didn't want it.